For those of you who are new to chair yoga, my name is Alka Kaminer, and I've been teaching chair yoga for, gosh, 8 or 9 years at this point, and teaching yoga for over 10 years. Um, I just think it's an amazing way of just moving, gaining flexibility, strength, balance. I continued my teachings and certifications in yoga for arthritis, osteoporosis, just yoga for the functional aging and everything that comes back with the aging body. Hi, I just heard someone say hello. Is everything okay? Okay, maybe you muted yourself. Thank you. Okay, great. So the most important thing in any one of my classes is that you remember that you are the teacher. I am just your instructor. I will instruct and guide you in various poses, give you many modifications. We'll do some meditation, some breath technique. But at the end of the day, if anything doesn't feel comfortable, if there's any increase in pain, to please stop. Just rest, take a few breaths, and you can then just modify to what is happening today in your body, right? Every day, every moment is different. And try not to judge yourself to something else. Just be present to this moment. All right, so we're going to get started. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back here so that you can see my entire body. If you happen to have a block, a yoga block, you don't need one, but if you happen to have one nearby, just keep it accessible. You can also use a Kleenex box or a paper towel roll or a book, a hard-covered book. And then the other thing I like to use in my classes is a strap. We don't use them all the time, but sometimes I do. And a strap could also be a belt of a robe, a belt, a tie, even a thin, long blanket, a scarf, anything that you can use, for a strap. Okay, great. So let's get started. Find your seat. Hopefully you are in a stationary chair. If you are not in a stationary chair, then I ask you to please lock your wheels because it is unsafe to be in a chair with wheels as we are moving through our poses. So in chair yoga, we sit forward on the chair, right? We're not sitting in the chair, we're on the chair. Feet are firmly planted on the floor. If your feet dangle, please put a blanket or a pillow underneath or a block underneath your feet so you can feel the groundedness of the floor. Spread those toes. Look down at your feet. If you can, have your feet parallel. And we want them to be hip-width distance apart. So how do you know that? You make fists with your hands, put them in between your knees, and now your knees and feet are hip-width distance apart. We're going to slide the palms up, elbows back. Once again, we lengthen the spine. So important to do that. But now when you lengthen your spine, if you find that you're overarching your back or your rib cage is sticking out, I'd like you to bring your tailbone towards the seat, coming into your natural posture here. Shoulders back, chin slightly lifts so that your ears rest over your shoulders and your shoulders rest over your hips. We're going to take 3 breaths together. We're going to inhale through the nose and we're going to sigh it out of the mouth. So here we go. Inhale. Again. One more time. If you are comfortable closing your eyes, close your eyes. If not, then just gaze at the floor about 3 to 4 feet in front of you and soften your gaze. Taking this moment to arrive on your chairs, letting go of whatever brought you here and whatever you have yet to do today. Bringing your awareness to your toes and the soles of your feet, soften and relax. Relax the top of your feet, the ankles. Soften the shins, the calves. Relax the knees and the back of the knees. And with your next breath, bring your awareness up the thighs and the back of the thighs to soften, relax, release. Relaxing your sexual organs, your hips. Soften the belly, create space. Relax the low back, the mid back, and the upper back. As you take your next breath, soften the shoulders away from the ears, relaxing the upper arms, the elbows, the forearms, the wrists. Relax the fingers. Inhale up the front body to your heart center and soften the muscles around the heart. Feel the expansion in the chest to create space for your breath. Relax the muscles around your throat. Let your jaw release. Soften the muscles of your face all the way up to the crown of your head. And just take a moment to notice how you feel today in this moment. How does your body feel? Your mind? And now bring your awareness to your breath. Notice where does your breath begin in the body? And where does the exhalation end? And gently place your hands on your belly. Keeping your breath easy and effortless. Notice when you inhale, can you feel the expansion of the belly towards your hands? And as you exhale, can you feel the contraction of the belly towards the spine? Now with your next breath, as you inhale, really expand the belly as if you're trying to inflate a nice big beach ball. And then as you exhale, feel the ball grow small and contract. Again, as you inhale, feel the belly expand. And as you exhale, feel it contract. Once again, inhale and exhale slowly. And gently rest your hands now at your rib cage, right underneath your breastbone. And this time, as you inhale, see if you can inflate that beach ball all the way from the belly up into the rib cage. And then as you exhale, feel it deflate from the rib cage down into the belly. Again, inhale. Feel the belly and the rib cage grow big. And as you exhale, feel it come in. One more breath, just like this. Now gently place your hands on the top of your chest. And let's see if we can bring this breath all the way up into the chest. So as you inhale, feel the belly, the rib cage, and the chest expand, grow big. And then as you exhale, let the breath come from the chest down into the rib cage, all the way down into the belly. So inhale, expand, exhale, one more time. Inhale, and exhale. Gently release your palms face up on your thighs. And let's continue with this Durga Pranayama, 3-part breath. It's a wonderful technique to increase your focus, your concentration, help with anxiety and stress, allowing you to feel more grounded and in the present moment. And now allow your breath to be easy and effortless, your natural breath. Bring your hands together at heart center. Set an intention for your practice today. And then you are welcome to join me in chanting Om one time to begin our practice. Inhale. Om. Gently release the hands and flutter the eyes open, taking back in the room that you're in. Take that left leg straight in front of you. So you need to sit forward in the chair so the heel can stay on the floor. We want to make sure that our second toe is in alignment with the knee, which is in alignment with the hip. Lengthen your spine and just start to wiggle the toes around. So we're going to start out with what I call the joint series. We always warm up the joints before we move into some of our larger, deeper poses. It's so important to warm up the joints. Beautiful. And now point the feet and flex, and point and flex, and point and flex and hold. Interlace the hands onto your left thigh, lengthen your spine, hinging from your hip crease. You're going to bend the elbows and come forward. You'll feel a stretch in the back of your left leg. This is your hamstring muscle. And again, trying not to round your back. We want to keep this length in the spine and lean forward. Take another breath here. We don't want to hyperextend the knee. We want to keep it slightly bent. Beautiful. Let's take the hands underneath that left thigh. Inhale, bend the left knee, lift the foot up off the floor, and we're going to circle the ankle joint. Now, in this position, you want to make sure that you're not leaning back or rounding your back. If you need to, you lower the leg. And once you've gone in both directions with the ankle joint, we're going to now stretch the leg straight and bend, lengthen and bend, lengthen and bend, lengthen and bend and hold. Place the foot back down on the floor. Let's take the other leg straight. So the right leg is straight, heel is on the floor. You're flexing the ankle. You want to make sure you can see all 5 toes. Sit up nice and tall, lengthen the spine. Take a breath here. Relax the shoulders. Let's move the joints of our toes. Just kind of wiggle the toes around, warming them up. And it's so important to warm the joints up because we want to create more synovial fluid in the joints. If you have arthritis in the joints, it's really important to maintain that synovial fluid. It helps with the inflammation of the joints. All right, now we're going to point and flex, and point, and flex, and point, flex and hold. Interlace the hands onto your left thigh, and we're going to hinge forward, feeling the stretch in our hamstring muscle. Relax the shoulders. Take a breath here. And we want to gaze forward at where the wall and the floor meet. Interlace the hands now underneath that right thigh. Inhale, lift that leg up off the floor. The knee is bent, and we're going to circle the ankle joint. Try to isolate just the ankle joint. Excellent. When you've gone in both directions, sit up nice and tall, and now we're just going to straighten the leg, warming up the knee joint. You can always have your foot on the floor and just slide it, and then place that foot back down on the floor. Bringing your hands to your knees, we're just going to circle around our hip joint, so moving the upper body, circling in one direction first. And again, move with your breath. Your breath is your best friend, right? Without the breath, we would not be here. So let's circle the other way. Taking slow and easy breaths, warming up our hip joint. That's it. And then we come back to center, lift and lengthen. Keeping the hands on the knees, we're going to bring the belly forward, chest forward, shoulders back, chin slightly lifts to gaze at where the wall and the ceiling meet. And now we're going to lengthen the spine and bring the chin into the chest. Once again, inhale, come forward. Lift and lengthen, exhale, chin to chest. So we're not rounding the back here, we're just bringing the chin into the chest. The shoulders will round, and that's fine. One more time, inhale, come forward. Lift and lengthen, exhale, chin to chest. Take a breath. Lift the head back up through center. We're going to roll the shoulders back. And again, as we move through our poses, once again, just notice, have an awareness to what your body is feeling. That's it. Beautiful. Inhale. We're going to reach the arms up. And again, the arms don't have to come all the way up. You can leave them lower or only as high as is comfortable for you today. This time, let's take your breath and move with it. Inhale, lift up. Shoulders away from the ears. As soon as the exhalation begins, the arms start to come down, right? The breath is what moves the body, not the other way around. Inhale, arms will reach up. Exhale, and the arms will come down. Place the right hand on the side of your chair. Left arm will reach up. Once again, you can keep the arm lower. You can keep it right here and bend it if that's more comfortable for you. Now, lift and lengthen the spine, soften the shoulder, place it back into the socket. And we're going to lean over towards the right. Keep that left hip on the chair. Feel that side stretch. Inhale back through center. Left hand on the chair, right arm's going to reach up. Soften the shoulder. And then we're going to lengthen as we lean over towards the left. Right hip comes towards the floor, the chair, sorry. Inhale, come back up through center. Back to the first side, left arm up. Relax the shoulder. Lean over to the side. This time, see if you can take that right rib cage and turn it up and gaze up at the ceiling or where the wall and the ceiling meet. Inhale, come back up. Lift the right arm up. Soften the shoulder, lengthen as you lean. And then turn that left rib cage up to the sky. Inhale, come back up through center. Beautiful. Inhale, reach both arms up. We're going to soften the shoulder. We're going to take the right hand, palm facing up onto your left side. And then the left hand back either to the side of your chair or back behind you. Now, you're going to lengthen the spine first. Then let the stomach, the rib cage, the chest, and the head is the last thing to turn and twist. If you have any kind of low bone density, please make this a very gentle twist. Inhale, we come back forward to the center, arms reach up. And as we exhale, left hand, palm facing up to right knee, right hand to the side of your hip or back behind you. Lift and lengthen and gently twist and turn to gaze towards the right. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, we're going to twist over to the left. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, we're going to go over to the right. Inhale, back up through center. Bring the arms forward, palms facing down. Flip the palms up. And now we're going to bend the elbows and lengthen, bend and lengthen. Great. This time we're going to hold the bend in the elbows, hands on the shoulders, and we're going to circle coming into our angel wings. One more time. And this time we're going to keep it out to the side. Open the arms, palms facing down. We want to have the shoulder blades together at the back of the body and relax the shoulders away from the ears. Flip the palms up and down, up and down, up and down, up and hold. Palms facing me. Bring the hands together, interlace the hands, bend the elbows. And we're just going to circle around to get in that wrist joint. Making the figure 8, and then we're going to go the other way. Again, you can go as slow or as fast as is comfortable for you. That's it. Beautiful. All right, separate the hands, open it, close the fingers, wiggle them around, warming up the fingers and joints of the fingers. Maybe you make a fist and you hold, and then you open, make a fist as much as you can, tight, 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 and then you open. Release the hands to your thighs. Take your left ear to left shoulder. Take a nice big breath, soften that right shoulder. Feel that stretch. Bring your chin into your chest, keeping your spine nice and long. Right ear to right shoulder. Take another breath. Inhale, lift the head back up through center. Turn and gaze over your left shoulder. Turn and gaze over your right. Once again, turn and gaze over your left shoulder. Turn and gaze over your right. Bring your head back through center. One more big joint left here. We're going to open the mouth and close. Again, and close. One more time. Excellent. Take a nice big breath and feel. Just notice, how does your body feel? All right, we're going to start with our warm-up, our sun salutations. The left leg is going to go straight out to the side slightly, and then the right leg's going to go straight out to the side. So you're coming into this inverted V. If this is not working for you, you just keep your knees bent. Heels are on the floor, toes are lifted, and you want to make sure you're sitting far enough forward, but not too far, because we don't want you falling out of that chair. All right, left arm goes up, right arm goes up, and again, the arms can be lower at shoulder height. We want to make sure the shoulder blades are together at the back of the body. Flex that wrist joint as much as you're flexing the heels, the ankles, right? Inhale, hinge forward just slightly. Once again, don't fall out of those chairs, right? This is your downward facing dog. We want to hug the forearms towards each other isometrically. We want to engage the core, lift the belly up to hold this posture. Press the heels down. Spread those fingers. What happens if you turn the edges of your mouth up? Can you smile at me? I see you. All right, bring the hands in front of the chest. Again, soften the shoulders. Slide the legs together and then back. Lift the heels up, pressing the big toe mounds into the floor, and now press the wall away from you by coming forward. Beautiful. This is your plank pose. Again, you want to isometrically hug those forearms towards each other. Keep that core engaged to protect your low back. Now, bend the elbows. Ooh, hopefully that felt good. Placing the palms next to your chest. Plant your feet flat on the floor. Gently gaze up at where the wall and the ceiling meet. This is your cobra pose. With your next breath, inhale, lift the arms straight up or as high as you can get them today. Hinging from your hip crease, we're going to come forward. We're going to bend those elbows coming into your cactus arms. And this is a great posture to strengthen the muscles around your spine, especially if you have arthritis in the spine. Place your hands on your knees. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, hinge forward. Option here to stay right here if you can keep your back flat, or you slide your hands a little further down for a bigger back stretch, but it's really important to keep your gaze forward and your back flat. Inhale, come back up to your knees. All right, here we go. Left leg, right leg straight. Left arm, right arm straight, coming into your downward facing dog. Soften the shoulders. Take a breath here. Hands in front of the chest, legs go together, back, lift the heel, press the palms forward, coming into your plank pose. So important to engage that core. Lift the belly to the heart. Bend the elbow. Hands next to the chest. Plant the feet flat on the floor. Cobra pose. Inhale. Lift the arms up. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale. Bend the elbows. Come forward into your cactus pose. Hands to your knees. Inhale. Sit up. Exhale. Keep your hands on your knees, or you slide your hands further down towards your shins. Inhale, come back up towards your knees. Exhale, option to slide. We're going to stay right here and take that left hand to our hip, opening up to the side. Once again, if you have low bone density, you will make this a gentle twist. Come back through center. Take that right hand to your hip. Once again, gentle twist, keeping that core engaged. Bring that right hand down. Inhale, reach the arms forward, come all the way up. Open the arms into your V, open the legs into your V, coming into your downward facing dog. Take a breath. Hands in front, legs together, slide them back. Plank pose. Bend those elbows, plant the feet flat on the floor, cobra. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend those elbows, hinge forward. Hands to your knees, inhale, sit up. Exhale, option to stay here or slide forward. Inhale, back up to your knees. Exhale, slide forward. Take the left hand either to your hip or back behind you. See how that feels. Come back to center. Engage that core as the right hand lifts to the hip or back behind you. Feel that stretch. Come back to center. Inhale, reach those arms all the way up. Bend the elbows, coming into your cactus arms. Turn to the left. Keep those elbows wide. Come back to center. Turn to the right. Come back to center. Bring the left elbow towards your hip. This always reminds me of that show. It's howdy doody time. Come back to center and let's go over to the other side. Am I aging myself here? Come back to center. Hands together at your heart. Take a breath. All right, one more time through that entire sequence. Here we go. Arms reach up into a V, legs go straight, downward facing dog, hinge forward. Soften the shoulders, spread the fingers, heels down, engage the core. Arms in front, legs together, heels back and lifted, press the palms forward into your plank pose. Bend those elbows, plant the feet flat, come into your cobra. Inhale, reach those arms up. Hinging from your hips, you're going to come forward, bending the elbows into your cactus arms. Hands to your knees, inhale up. Exhale, slide. Inhale, come back up towards your knees. Exhale, slide. Left arm reaches either towards your hip or back behind you. Come back through center. Right hand reaches towards your hip or back behind you. Come back to center. Inhale, reach those arms straight up. Bend those elbows, cactus arms. Turn to your left. Come back through center. Turn to your right. Come back through center. Left elbow to left hip. Maybe you play with straightening those arms and seeing how that feels. Engage in your side body. So important for balance and stability. Inhale, use that side body to come back up. Right elbow on right thigh, going across other side. Don't let your head hang, right? Keep that head and neck in alignment with your spine. Inhale, come back up to center, hands to heart. Take a breath. Walk your feet out into a wide straddle. Walk your feet back in. Walk your feet out. Walk your feet back in. Walk your feet out. Walk your feet back in. One more time. Walk your feet out. We're going to hold it here. Sit up nice and tall. So why is it important to lengthen the spine? Because as we age, the spine compresses. It's just gravity. It just compresses, right? So we have to keep the muscles around the spine really strong because that's what's going to support your spine and keep the space between the spine. If we're constantly hunched over, that's going to continue to compress that spine. And that's when we have all the issues when it comes to back pain and nerve pain. So we want to lengthen the spine, roll the shoulders back. Take a breath here. Hands together at your heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, open the arms wide. We want to bring the shoulder blades together at the back of the body to protect our shoulders. Flip the palms up, flip the palms forward. Take the left hand across to your right elbow, slide it. Let your head and gaze come with the left hand. Bring the right arm across to your left elbow, and once again, let that hand slide and bring your gaze with it. Bend the elbows, come back into your cactus arms, lift the heels up, coming into your goddess pose. Take a breath here, engage the core. Plant the feet flat on the floor. Take the right elbow to right thigh, left hand to your hip. We don't want to sink into our elbow. We want to make sure that if we lift the elbow up, we would still be able to hold ourselves up. Option here to take the left arm back behind you, bend the elbow and place the hand on the shoulder. Another option is to straighten the arm up straight or alongside the ear. What's important here is you keep the shoulder in the socket, right? We don't want to wear earrings. We want to take them away. Beautiful. Inhale, come back through center, left elbow on left thigh, right hand on your hip. Feel the stretch. Option to take that right arm back behind you. Maybe you bend the elbow, place the hand on your shoulder or your chest. Option to take that right arm straight up, see how that feels, or bring it alongside your ear. Important to keep that right hip down and keep your core engaged. Inhale, come back up through center and take a breath. Hands together at heart. Inhale up. Exhale, open the arms. Left arm goes across, bow and arrow, slide. Take your gaze over to the left side. Right arm comes across, slide, bow and arrow. Gaze comes over to the right side. Bring your head back through center, bend the elbows, cactus arms, lift the heels, goddess pose. Now what would happen if you just lift the left toes off the floor? Breathe. Plant them back on the floor, take the right toes off the floor. Plant both feet flat, right elbow on right thigh. Again, take the variation of the side stretch that worked for you. Play with it, see how it feels. Turn that right rib cage up a little bit more. Inhale, come back through center, left elbow on left thigh. Right arm can reach up or stay on your hip or your shoulder. Feel that side stretch. Bring both elbows on both thighs, hinge forward from your hip crease, back is flat. Take a breath. Palms together, fingers facing down towards the floor, engage your core. Reach down towards the floor, inhale, rise up. Exhale, open the arms. Palms facing forward. Right arm across this time, slide, bow and arrow. Left arm across, slide, bow and arrow. Head comes straight, bend the elbows, goddess pose. Lift the heels, engage the core. Left foot off, right foot off. What happens if you take both feet off the floor? Plant the feet flat on the floor. Take a breath. I know I snuck that in. Okay, right elbow, right thigh, left arm up. All right, let's try this. What if the other arm comes up? What do you feel? Oh, can you feel that side body? Rise both arms up. Here we go. Over to the other side. Take a breath. Place the left elbow on your thigh. Reach that right arm up. Both elbows on thighs. Gaze forward over the wall and the floor meet. Palms together, fingers towards the floor, engage the core. Reach down towards the floor and lift those arms straight up and bring your hands to your heart center. Take a breath. Excellent. Now we're going to go over to the right side here. So go to the right side of your chair and you want to open up your knees and a 90-degree angle. So 90-degree angle. Left knee is forward, right knee is out to the side. We're going to go through what I call our warrior series now. The warrior series has 3 options for your lower body. This is option number 1. Option number 2 is to take the left knee towards the floor. You can curl the toes under if that's more comfortable for you. You can stick a block underneath your knee for support. Option number 3 is to straighten the back leg, coming into a seated lunge pose. Now, if you are choosing this option, it's going to be really important that as soon as the chest turns forward, the foot has to go flat, right? The foot has to go flat, the toes have to face forward, and the knee has to face forward. This will protect your knee. So if you're choosing option number 3, when we turn to face forward, you have to plant the toes and the knee has to face forward. Okay, I am going to demo in variation number 1 on this side. Please take the variation that works for you, honoring yourself today. Take your hands to your heart and then turn your heart towards your right knee. Release the hands to your thighs. Sit up nice and tall. Take a breath. Inhale, option to bring the arms forward. Once again, shoulders in a socket, or we reach them all the way up. Coming into our first warrior pose, warrior 1. We want to isometrically press the forearms towards each other in the palms. Lift the belly up. Take a breath. Take one more breath. Now, turn the chest towards the front screen. Open the arms wide at shoulder height. So if you took position number 3, your foot is flat, toes and knees are pointing forward. Gaze over your right fingertips, coming into a variation of warrior 2 pose. Now do me a favor, look back at your back arm. If it's hanging low, see if you can lift it up a little higher. We want to keep it at shoulder height or just below. We don't want it up high or too low. But again, that all depends on your body as well. Bring your gaze again towards your right fingertips, shoulder blades together. Soften the elbows, soften the fingers. Be the warrior that I know each and every one of you are. Flip the palms up. Inhale, lift the arms up together. Exhale, open wide into warrior 2. Inhale, palms face up, lift the arms up. Exhale, open wide. One more time. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, open wide. Take your left hand to behind you on the chair. Flip the right palm up. Pick up that right arm and lean back into your peaceful warrior. You can keep your hand on your shoulder or your hip. Feel that nice big lengthening of the right rib cage. And then inhale, come forward. Place your right elbow on right thigh, left hand on your hip. Turn the right rib cage up to the sky. Take a breath. Option here to take that left arm to your shoulder or straight up. Another option here is to straighten the right arm towards the floor, coming into a variation of your triangle pose. Take a breath. Right elbow finds the right thigh once again, and leaning that arm over, coming into a variation of your side angle pose. Inhale, come back up, left hand down, right arm up into your peaceful warrior. Inhale brings you back up, open the arms wide into your warrior 2 pose. Flip the palms up, reach the arms up, turn the heart towards the right knee, soften the shoulders, bring your hands down to your heart center, coming in towards your seated pose once again. and bring your feet together. Take a breath. Now we are lucky, we have two sides of the body, so we go to the other side. So left leg out, right knee forward. This time I'm going to demo in position number 2, right? So again, it is your choice what you would like to do, 1, 2, or 3. We're going to turn the heart to face the left knee, sitting up nice and tall, engaging our core. Inhale, arms come forward, shoulders back. Take a breath. Inhale, reach the arms up if that's working for you today. Soften the shoulders, spread the fingers. Imagine you're pressing that block between the palms of your hand. Once again, take a nice big breath. Exhale, release. Open the arms wide. Turn to gaze towards the front of the screen. Make sure that your back foot is flat if you're in position number 3. And now gaze and turn towards your left fingertips. Turn the palms up. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, palms come down. Inhale, palms reach up. Exhale, palms come down. One more time. Inhale, palms reach up. Exhale, palms reach down. Right hand goes behind the chair or your back. Flip the left palm up. Lean back into your variation of peaceful warrior. Take a breath here. And then lean forward, left elbow on left thigh, right hand on your hip. Take a breath. Option to take the right arm straight up. Maybe the left arm comes towards the floor, coming into variation of your triangle pose. Left hand on left thigh, right arm reaches forward into your side angle. Relax the shoulder. Inhale, come back up through center, right elbow to right. To the back of the chair, left arm's gonna lift up into your peaceful warrior. Inhale, come back through warrior 2, arms open wide, gaze towards your left fingertips. Flip the palms up, inhale, reach up. Turn your heart towards your left knee, bring your hands together at your heart center, take a breath. And then we're going to turn to face the center of the room. And take a moment just to notice how you feel. Beautiful. We're going to come to stand and just kind of march it out, shake the body out, wiggle it up, right? Just kind of loosen everything that's been sitting and, right, just kind of move everything around. Excellent. Now, place the back of your legs against your chair so that you know that the chair is there, right? You're going to bring your hands across the body and you're going to come to sit. And then you're going to stand. And then you're going to come to sit. And then you're going to come to stand. And you're going to sit. And you're going to stand. And you're going to sit. And you're going to stand. All right, open the arms. Put the other arm on top. Here we go. Sit and stand. I know I should play Simon Says, right? Alka says to sit, and Alka says to stand. And then let's sit, and then let's stand. All right, we're going to stand here. Bring the hands together at your heart center. Now you're going to bend the knees, stick your sit bones back, lift the belly, bend the knees and lower the hips some more. We're not sitting in the chair quite yet, right? It's a fake chair. Maybe it's a bar stool, right? Wherever you are, it's completely fine. Lift the belly, tailbone down. Maybe the arms reach forward. We are now strengthening those thigh muscles. So important to keep the health of your knees. Slowly lower a little bit more. Don't sit in that chair quite yet. Gaze forward. Another breath here. And then come all the way down to your seat. Bring your hands down. Take a breath. All right, sit forward in your chairs. Take your left arm up, right leg straight. Excellent. Come back to center. Right arm up, left leg straight. Come back to center. One more time. Left arm, right leg, back. Right arm, left leg, back. Beautiful. So we're going to do some cross training of the brain. Great for short-term memory loss. We're going to do the same exact steps, but much faster. Okay, so let's start. Left arm up, right leg straight. Take a breath here. Switch, 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 faster, switch, 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 switch and stop. Opposite leg, opposite arm, hopefully. If not, practice when you're watching TV and come on down. Take a breath. All right. Take the right arm forward, place the shoulder in the socket, make a gentle fist. Make a gentle fist with your left hand, starting at your wrist. We're going to gently tap up to the shoulder. Tap up to the shoulder. Tap up to the shoulder. Turn the palm up. Tap down to the wrist. Tap down to the wrist. Tap down to the wrist. Take the arm up, tap into your armpit. So we're going through the series of a Chinese massage. Come into the rib cage, down into the waist. This tapping is so healthy for the body. And then release. Take a moment to notice. Can you feel the energy moving on that one side in comparison to the other? This helps to move the prana, the life force in the body. Open the eyes, take the left arm up, make gentle fists. Starting at your wrist, we tap up to the shoulder. We tap up to the shoulder. We tap up to the shoulder. Flip the palm up. Tap down to the wrist. Tap down to the wrist. Tap down to the wrist. Arm reaches up. Tap into your armpit. Once again, your lymphatic system goes against and defies gravity. So it's really important to tap into these areas to help drain that lymphatic system. Right? And then we release. Take a breath. All right, so find your collarbone and place your hands on your chest. And now we're going to tap, tap. So your thymus gland is located here. The thymus gland is responsible to regulate your immunity. So tap, tap, tap away. Beautiful. All right, now take your hands behind your back and we're going to tap, tap, tap. All right, you get your kidneys back there. Just rub them or tap them. Excellent. All right, let's do our headstand now. We're going to tap, top of our head. Tap, 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 tap. Right, your pituitary gland. Tap, 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 tap. Beautiful. Down the fingers with your face, all the way down into the chest. Tap, and then take a breath. All right, bring your hands, gentle fists, side of your hips. Tap. Tap all the way down as far low as you can reach, but you want to keep your back flat. Tap, tap. It's a great technique to do first thing in the morning if you're feeling fatigued, moving the energy in the body. Okay, tap the top of your legs down towards the shins. Tap, and please be gentle with yourself. We don't want anyone to bruise, right? Tap, and then come on up. Let's open up the legs. Get into the inner thighs, calves. Tap. And tap, and tap. That's it, perfect. Come on up, take a moment, find your seat, take a moment to notice how you feel. Feel the energy moving in the body. All right, one more tapping, here we go. Left foot, tap, tap, tap. All right, right foot, tap, tap, tap. Now alternate, tap, 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 tap. Excellent. And then take a nice big breath. Arms reach up. Exhale, come on down. Find a comfortable seat. So this is the one time I allow you to come all the way back Feel the support of the chair. Feet firmly planted on the floor. Flip the palms up, elbows back. Option here to close your eyes or bring your gaze down towards the floor. Soften your breath. And take a moment to once again scan your body. Notice how you feel. Can you soften, relax, release? Find your breath. Centering. Here, right now. Bring your mind to this place and time. Invite it, even if it resists, to sit and witness what it is to be alive. Let there be no ulterior motive in this moment but to be. Rest on the waves of breath and choose to experience all of it. Let thoughts float through and leave again. As the mind slowly settles like snow inside a shaken paperweight, this is all there is. Here, right here, and now. Centering by Dana Faltz. Take a breath. Find your center. Find the gift of this present moment, knowing that you are well, healthy, peaceful, balanced. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Offer gratitude. And then you are welcome to join me in chanting Om to close our practice. Take a breath. Om. From the light within my heart to yours, I bow. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. Giovanna, I'm going to give it back to you. December 12th, I think we're hosting another session at 7 p.m. And if you'd like, you can find me at presentwisdom.com, or Giovanna has my contact information as well. If you have any questions or thoughts, let me know how you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alka.